Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's broadcast of Hoosier Crossroads Conference basketball tonight, live from the Varsity Fieldhouse on the campus of Brownsburg High School in Brownsburg, Indiana. The Fishers Tigers come in tonight. They're at 0-2 on the season to start the season in Hoosier Crossroads Conference play, and the Bulldogs 1-1 coming off a nice victory. Well, two things, really. A very nice effort against the Carmel Greyhounds. Played really good basketball for three quarters and couldn't quite close out the deal in the fourth quarter. They lose that game to the number one team in the state, and then coming off a nice victory over the Southport Cardinals from the south side last Friday night. You're listening to Brownsburg Varsity Basketball on AudioSportsOnline.com. Today's broadcast is brought to you by McDonald's, Hendricks County Estate Buyers, Ivy Tech, Nelson Jewelers, Panuni's Pizza, Pete Fay, your State Farm agent, Westside Plumbing, and Wiley Palooza, the new ice cream place there in Brownsburg. That I just found out about. Chris, joining me tonight in the booth, as always, is the other voice of the Brownsburg Bulldogs, Chris Worley. And Chris, we got two things: high school basketball in Indiana and snow. They start about the same time, and that's proven itself tonight. Had some challenges myself making my way to the field house for tonight's game. And Chris will start us off with Chris's keys to the game.
Thank you, Troy. It's a big game tonight, and it's the first conference game for Brownsburg and also for Fishers. We haven't seen too much conference action so far yet, but Fishers, as Troy said, coming in here 0-2. Now, they've played a couple tough games. They lost at Hamilton Southeastern and then lost a big overtime battle with one of the top-ranked teams in the state, Pike. They are coached by Joe Leonard, 70-61 in his seventh year at Fishers. Brownsburg, of course, as Troy said, 1-1 coming in here in this Hoosier Crossroads Conference game. One player for Brownsburg getting a little press in the Indy Star today. 48 points in two games. Of course, Brownsburg's leading scorer, number 22, K.J. Walton. The Star today called him an emerging star, and he may be a top contender for Mr. Basketball in 2015. Of course, K.J. a junior, so he will be back. So that sounds good. As far as the keys to this game, Coach mentioned it on the McDonald's show we had with him this week that Fishers is athletic, and they're fast. They want to get up and down this floor, so Brownsburg's going to have to play discipline, play hard defense. It'll be interesting to see, Troy, whether they come out and play zone or man-to-man. Of course, they played almost zone, all zone against Carmel, and it was a tough, aggressive zone, caused turnovers. And then last week against Southport in the first quarter they started zone, then switched to an aggressive man-to-man defense, and I thought that really turned the game.
Well, it's one of the things we talked about on the radio show, the Hendricks County Coaches Show with Coach Lynch as the guest this week, was the intensity of his basketball team in the game against Carmel. They really played intense basketball, Chris, for four quarters. Didn't have a good effort offensively, especially in the fourth quarter, and then got into a situation where they needed to foul and some great free throw shooting down the line by Carmel to seal the game up. But that intensity, I think, is really a product of Coach Lynch, and I think just his history in basketball and spending time with Steve Alford at Missouri State at the time and coaching experience and really having about kind of a basketball DNA. His guards play very aggressive defensively. We saw that, like you talked about, that swarming zone, kind of a Syracuse 2-3 zone against Carmel. And I think that's the key, like you said tonight. I think the key to success for Brownsburg, and you mentioned number 22, K.J. Walton, the 6'3 junior. But one of the keys to success for this team, period, is the Bulldogs take the court here at the field house to the pep band. Chris, was I'm glad to see we didn't have the pep band the other night, so that's good.
Adds a good atmosphere here.
But that is definitely one of the keys to the game, Chris, is that intensity in their guard play. And I think another thing is some nice perimeter shooting.
Right.
And it's really important, I think, that number 42, Kyle Thompson, gets involved in the offense, kind of develops that post game a little bit, real aggressive on the offensive glass.
I'm glad you mentioned that because that's one of the things they worked on in practice this week, and Coach told us before the season he likes to start each offensive set with the postman getting a touchdown low. So they worked on that this week. If the ball goes out to the side, instead of keeping the ball on the perimeter, they want to have a touchdown low. The big guy can either go to the hoop if he's open, or he passes back out to hopefully an open jump shooter. So that's a good point, Troy. We should see some of that. It's been a point of emphasis. As far as the intensity, I have set in on a couple of practices, been privileged to do so, and I'll tell you, they are intense, hard-working practices. This team is going to be in shape. They do a lot of running, conditioning drills, but also very intense work on defense.
Well, and like you said, Chris, you mentioned the atmosphere again, and we've got a nice crowd on hand, and Fishers has brought some folks with them as well. The Brownsburg student section is alive and well, as they always are here at the Varsity Fieldhouse. We're about a minute from the tip-off. We might be a little bit delayed past that because the Bulldogs took the court a little bit late. And no doubt the reason for that is the Dogs were in there, and they were really getting talked up by Coach Lynch. A nice, intense pregame atmosphere in the locker room. And we're going to come out and see. And I got to tell you, Trevor Lucas, who just took a shot, drained a three as he goes over to the sideline, very important. I thought in the Carmel game, his defensive intensity, his ability to create turnovers, him and K.J. Walton both, their ability to create turnovers on defense and then capitalize on those turnovers was very, very important. All at the same time, they have to hold on to the ball themselves at the other end of the court.
Absolutely, and it's important, too, for Lucas to score. Brownsburg needs more balance, scoring. Of course, KJ can take it on his own hands and score as he did in that Southport game, but need more balance scoring. Lucas is going to have to score from the perimeter.
We're going to have a presentation here at the Varsity Fieldhouse at center court, and we'll pay attention to that real quick here.
The Blend is going to perform here. It's a male choir, if you will, from Brownsburg, and they made news this week. They're going to be going to Carnegie Hall in New York. I'm not sure when in 2014, but they have been invited to perform there. We saw them at one football game this year, but they have become an outstanding, award-winning choral group.
I was just thinking the same thing. I remember their national anthem at one of the football games this year, and was very impressed with it. And we will pause for the rest of the presentation here, and then Blend, the all-male choir from Brownsburg High School, will present the national anthem. Again, that's the all-male a cappella choir, Blend, from Brownsburg High School. We thank them tonight for a great rendition of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. And Chris, by the sounds of that, we should maybe see them at Bankers Life Fieldhouse or Lucas Oil Stadium at some point in time
game, sure,
over the course of the next year as well. Well, we're getting ready for tip-off. We're about 1 minute. We got 8 minutes on the clock for the first quarter. We're not far from tip-off, and you are listening to Brownsburg Varsity Boys Basketball live from Varsity Fieldhouse on the campus of Brownsburg High School.
Wiley Palooza, Merry Christmas from Wiley Palooza. Right now they're offering 25% off their specialty sundaes and specialty frappes in December. Come in and try the new Santa Sundae. It's made with warm chocolate cake, peppermint ice cream, hot fudge, whipped cream, peppermint flakes, and Oreo crumbles. Or try the Death by Chocolate, Hot Mess, Tin Roof, or Living Elvis Sundaes, all made fresh with a premium hand-dipped ice cream. Wiley Palooza at 1022 East Main Street in the Brownsburg Main Street Shopping Plaza, open 7 days a week.
All right, we'll go over our starting lineups tonight for both teams. They're being introduced now. And starting for the Fishers Tigers, number 2, Josh Lloyd. He's a 6-foot junior. Number 3, Cortland Townsend. He's a 5'11 senior. Number 11, Zach Eaton. He is a 6-foot tall sophomore. Number 23, Devin Chowden. He's a 6'3 senior. Number 44, Cameron Walter. He's a 6'7 sophomore. For the Bulldogs, number 3, Trevor Lucas. He's at one of the guard spots at 6 foot. He's a senior. Number 10, Darian Ringo, 6'2", and he's a junior. Number 11, Tyler Houston, 6'2". He's a senior. Number 22, KJ Walton, 6'3". He is a junior. And number 42, Kyle Thompson, at 6'7", and in the middle at center for the Bulldogs, he is a senior. So, looking forward tonight.
Troy, we don't have a lot of stats for Fishers. There's a lot of money at that school, but they didn't have anybody input their stats either online at their website or on the various services.
Well, I guess
like
our
Max
options
Press.
are, Chris, we can make them up or we'll start them tonight. Maybe we'll do that.
I know their number 23, senior Devin Chaudian, he scored 30 points in that Pike game, so we'll keep an eye on 23, Devin Chaudian.
All right, well, we're about ready for tip-off. The teams are at center court. The official has the game ball in hand, dribbling at center court. The Bulldogs will be going from right to left in their home whites with the purple numbers as the tip goes to the backcourt. And with it is number 10, Darian Ringo, the one guard for the Bulldogs, brings it across midcourt over to Lucas on the far side. Important, I think, that Chris, that we talked about, we get a good start here for the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs run their motion offense with the center Kyle Thompson up top now, calling the play.
Fishers man-to-man defense.
Screen at the top of the key. With it now is Ringo. Ringo backs it up towards midcourt, goes to Lucas on the far side. Back top of the key to Houston. Houston over to Thompson. Thompson into Houston. Houston puts it on the floor. He's fouled hard. And he'll go to the line, and we'll start off with 2 free throws for the Bulldogs.
Foul on number 2, Josh Lloyd. That was a good pass. We'd like to see Houston score. He's a starter. Senior has not scored in 2 games. So let's see if he can get one from the line here, Troy, and get the scoring started for the Bulldogs.
7:28 mark, no score here in the first quarter. We are just underway. The first free throw rattles off the rim and falls to the side. The Dogs miss out on an opportunity to get the start there, get the fast start there. Second free throw by Houston is up, nothing but net, and the Bulldogs lead it 1-0. Fishers inbounds.
Tyler's on the board. Looks like Brownsburg going to start in a man-to-man defense here, Troy.
Eaton brings the ball across, and they pass it around. Little motion offense for the Tigers as well, setting those high screens towards the top of the key. Inside pass, turn around, baseline, gets hung up. They kick it out. Shot from the top of the key for 3, and it's good. Number 3, Cortland Townsend with the 3. He's a senior guard, and the Tigers lead it 3-1. Lucas with the ball. Kicks it up to Thompson. Houston with it, top of the key. Inside to Thompson. There's an inside presence, and Kyle Thompson lays it up and in. And I got to tell you, I think we got a real mismatch on the inside, possibly, maybe with some height and strength for the Bulldogs. That ball's stolen away and fouled immediately is KJ Walton. And they're going to call the foul. Well, they call a foul, or did he step out of bounds?
Stepped out
they're
of bounds.
They're going to say he stepped out of bounds.
Right. Well, you're right, Troy, as far as size. Both Thompson and KJ have some size and height advantage on their opponents, so maybe they'll put that to good use. And there's Thompson scoring. You wanted him to score down low, and it was a great pass. Fed the open man. Kyle got the bucket.
Dribbling baseline is putting it up as Fishers. They miss it on the rebound. Goes to number 44, Cameron Walter. It misses and rattles out of bounds. It'll be Tigers ball. Under their own basket. Inbounding will be number 11, Zach Eaton. On the court, Eaton, Lloyd, Townsend, Chowden, and Walter for the Tigers.
See if they run a play for Chaudian. He had 30 points in that game against Pike. He's put up one shot. Let's see what he does here.
Cortland Townsend, top of the keys. He's trapped by Lucas and Thompson. They go far side to Walter. They swing it back around. Ball on the far side of the key, handled by Chowden. Dribbling, trying to penetrate Josh Lloyd. He does, puts it up. Doesn't get anything, and the rebound by Houston. Kicks it out to Ringo. Ringo across. Trying to pull up for a shot there is Walton. Nice defense by Fishers on him. Lucas has it on the near side. Top of the key to Houston. Houston calling the play. Calls Ringo over. Ringo takes the ball from him, top of the key. They get it inside to Walton. Walton, jump shot from 15. Misses off the side of the rim. Rebound goes to Lloyd, and Lloyd will bring it down for the Tigers. Wide open lane there. Walton closed it really fast. Cortland Townsend with the ball now. As Chris mentioned, Chowden had 30 against Pike. Ball goes inside to Cameron Walter, and the ball gets knocked out of bounds by Thompson.
Maybe a foul on KJ there, I think, Troy.
It is going to be a foul, and they're going to yeah, it's going to be on 42 Thompson. I thought they said 22 for a minute, and KJ wasn't near the ball. Ball gets inbounded quickly to Walter, who puts it up for the layup, and it's good. The Tigers lead it 5-3 at the 5:18 mark. Little fancy footwork and dribbling by Ringo there as he brings it across midcourt. Lucas has it on the near side. Dribbling to the top of the key, gives it off to Houston. Houston down to Ringo. Ringo top of the key to Lucas. He's going to take a three. Missed it off the front of the rim. Nice aggressive rebound, but he's over the back. KJ Walton came in hard for the board.
I think that's going to be his second foul, though, Troy.
It is going to be his second foul. It is his second foul. So Walton in the first 3 minutes has 2 fouls and no points. The Bulldogs trail 5-3.
Mavunga and Vachon going to check in here. Dalton Vachon had a pretty good game last time. Got in a little trouble with the coach, but he's a good big man. He'll have a size advantage here against Fishers.
As Chris said, Dalton Vachon, the 6'8 junior, checks in at the center position. And Vachon checks in at the other forward spot, or I guess you could call it the 3 guard. Top of the key, a 3 on its way, misses badly. Shot by Cortland Townsend, and here come the Bulldogs. Houston across midcourt. Goes to the far side to Mavunga. He gets fouled trying to pass it off to Lucas, who was open on the baseline. And they'll probably call that on the floor. They will. And that's foul is on number 3, Cortland Townsend. That's his first. Townsend, 3 points and 1 foul. We're at the 4:37 mark. Is dribbling inside nicely as Mavunga lays a little floater up there, and Fishers comes down the court, crosses midcourt, and turns it over.
Well, Mavunga, a nice drive there, Troy. He had 9 points in that Southport game, so he found the offense there a little bit that last game. Made a nice move there to get 2.
4:30 left to go in the first quarter. We're all tied up at 5. Clock running. Brownsburg bringing it down. Ringo across midcourt. Goes over to Houston on the far side. Back top of the key to Mavunga. Up top to Vachon now. Vachon swings it near side to Lucas. Vachon trying to set a pick. Lucas comes back the other way, but he traveled. So Vachon went to set the pick. Lucas cut back to the left, but he walked with the basketball.
Both teams with 2 turnovers here in the first quarter.
4:12 left to go in the first quarter. All tied up at 5 apiece.
I like the way Darian Ringo gets up on his man there on that full court press. He can put some pressure on the ball handler.
Ringo pressuring at about the free throw line on the other end of the court as the Tigers try to bring it down. Looking for an opening and trying to drive as Townsend. He can't. Kicks it back. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was Lloyd. Kicks it back out to Townsend. Townsend dribbling near side. Dribbles back top of the key. Goes inside to Walter. Walter's going to try and lay it up and in. And that either has to be a travel or a jump ball.
It's got to be a travel.
Tied him up. Vachon tied him up. And then they're going to call a jump ball. The ball will stay with the Tigers under their own basket.
Certainly looked like a travel there, Troy, I'll tell you. But he got in there and good tie-up by Vachon. So Tiger ball underneath the basket.
Zach Eaton will inbound it for the Tigers. All tied up at 5. 3:46 left to go in the first quarter. He inbounds it nicely. The inbounds pass to Chowden. Chowden kicks it underneath in the paint to Walter. Walter lays it in. 7-5 Tigers. 3 on its way other end for Lucas. Missed badly. Rebound goes to the Tigers. Zach Eaton brings it across. He's got Cortland driving to the basket, and they're going to call a blocking foul on Lucas. Didn't look like he had position. Kind of slid in there late. Chowden was going to the basket strong. Checking into the game for Fishers is number 25, Lance Dolison. I didn't see who came out of the game. Could be number 2, Josh Lloyd, checks out. Ball loose on the floor. Getting on the floor and going for it is Mavunga. And they're going to call a foul, a hold on Cameron Walter on the floor.
Boy, referees calling it tight so far in this game, Troy. Just a wrestling match on the ball, not much of one. Wrestling match on the floor for the ball, and they're going to call the young man Walter for a foul there. And that's their third, both teams, with 3 fouls here in the first quarter.
Official coming over and explaining to Fishers coach Joe Leonard why he made the call. I don't know if Coach Leonard's that impressed with the explanation, but 7-5 Tigers, 3:19 left to go in the first quarter. Bulldogs with the ball. Ringo with a 3 on the way, and he hit it. Big shot right there for Darian Ringo. And, Chris, it wouldn't hurt the Bulldogs at all for him to get going a little bit.
That's right. KJ out of the game right now, so they need other scoring, and he hit a nice three. He hit some in the first game against Carmel. He did not score in the game against Southport, but played good defense. It's nice to see him get on the board early here.
Townsend with the ball top of the key, comes to the near side. Nice three on the way, and he hit it. That's number 25, Lance Dolison for the Tigers. 10-8 Fishers. 2:43 left to go, first quarter. Lucas off the front of the rim. Nice board by Vashon. He missed the putback. Lucas drove, missed the layup. Vashon came in, and a nice take to the hoop on the other end by Cameron Walter. And the Tigers lead it by 4 at 12-8. 2:25 left to go in the first quarter.
Walter, a very active big man, ran the length of the floor there. He's got 6 points here in the first quarter.
You read my mind, Chris. I was just about to say, I was talking about a mismatch inside between him and Kyle Thompson. And Walter's been very aggressive getting up and down the floor. Houston dribbling in, kicks it back out to Mavunga from 17, and he hits it.
Good shot by Mavunga.
Nice baseline jump shot there by Mavunga. As Chris said, it is a 12-10, 1:55 left to go first quarter. Fishers leads by 2. Devin Chowden bringing it across. He's been pretty quiet so far for the Tigers. Turnaround jump shot rattles off. Walter misses the 15-footer. Then here come the Dogs. Driving to the hoop is Lucas. Back out to Mavunga. Goes top of the key to back into Mavunga, who kicks it out to Vashon for a baseline jumper. He misses from 15.
Vashon's got to learn to knock down that shot.
Driving hard to the basket. No foul called there was number 23, Devin Chowden. The ball comes out, and there for the tip back is the sophomore, Cameron Walter. He's 6'7", playing the forward position. No true center, really, in the scheme for the Tigers.
Walter with 8 points now. Ringo
over on the far side. Lucas tries to go top. They go to, nice drive and a nice take. Ringo drove into the paint and dished it off to Mavunga on the baseline, who laid it up and in. Nice aggressive score there, and the Bulldogs trail by 2, 14-12. We're under a minute. 3 on the way, misses. Big rebound by Ringo. Ringo coming across midcourt. The miss there on the 3 was by Cortland Townsend.
Let's get the ball to Mavunga again. He's got 6 points here in the first quarter.
He's definitely got the hot hand. The shot looks good, too, and not a good pass by Vashon there. He was trying to get the ball to Mavunga, as you ask. Intercepted, and now Fishers is going to turn it over. Nice play, keeping the ball in bounds by Ringo, and Mavunga driving the other end, loses the ball off his foot out of bounds. And at the 25.6 mark left in the first quarter, Fishers leads it 14-12. Well, we're not going to have a timeout here. I thought we were.
Yeah.
So we'll pay the bills at the next timeout. Bringing the ball down, number 5, Andre Smalls checked into the game. He gets the ball inside to Emil Belmontes, and he kicks it out to the far side to Lance Dolison. Dolison misses the 3. The ball rattles around, and we've got a foul inside. It's going to go against Fishers. Fouls on number 44, Cameron Walter, and I think that's his first.
I think they have Belmonte for that foul.
Is it Belmonte?
That's what the board's signaling.
42, Belmonte with his first foul. Under 10, bringing it across is Ringo. Ringo driving, kicks it out to Lucas behind the arc. Top of the key to Mavunga. Mavunga with a jump shot from 15. Off the back of the rim, he missed it. Lucas taps it up, and it doesn't go. Lucas tapped it up the first time. It came off again. It would have counted then. The second tap put it in the basket. Does not count. And after one here at Varsity Fieldhouse in Brownsburg, Hoosier Crossroads Conference Basketball, the Bulldogs trail the Fishers Tigers 14-12.
Right now at your Brownsburg McDonald's, try these tasty holiday treats during the month of December. Peppermint Mocha, a milder blend of espresso, steamed milk, peppermint, and dark chocolate syrup. Topped with whipped cream and chocolate drizzle, available for a limited time, medium only $2.99. McRib is back, a hot sandwich that is a balanced blend of a caramelized bread, seasoned pork, McDonald's signature McRib sauce, a sweet, smoky, tangy Western barbecue-style sauce, dill pickles, and mild, fresh slivered onions, now only $2.79. Both of these are available at your 2 Brownsburg McDonald's on Main Street next to Marsh and just off Interstate 74.
Well, I thank everybody for joining us tonight, and it cozied up in your home, maybe by the computer or the radio, and whatever medium that you have chose to listen to us tonight. We thank you. We are at the end of the first quarter, getting ready to start the second. And the Bulldogs trail the Fishers Tigers here at HCC basketball play, 14-12.
Exciting event coming up at halftime, Troy. A wing-eating contest to raise money for DECA. Brownsburg High School participants and special guests.
I haven't had supper yet, Chris, so
okay.
maybe I think
we'll get you in it out there. A wing-eating contest. I'm anxious to see that.
14-12, Fishers leads. We're underway in the second quarter. Bringing it down is Ringo. Ringo goes into Mavunga. Back to Ringo, back to Mavunga. Mavunga top of the key, looking to drive, can't. Gets the ball into Thompson, who's back in to start the second quarter. And he lays it up. Nice little finger roll over the top of Cameron Walter, and Thompson's on the board. He's got 2, or he's got his second basket. He's got 4 points.
Exactly. It was an awkward-looking shot, but up and in by the post guy.
3 on the way from the far side, misses. Tipped up in the air and rebounded by Lucas, who immediately loses it. And rebound and getting it off the floor is Cameron Walter. Turns around for the short jump shot and scores. 16-14, the 2-point lead still intact for Fishers.
Boy, Walter starts again. He's got 10 points in this first half.
Ringo goes into Thompson. Back out to Ringo, far side of the arch. Inside to Thompson, looking for some post play here. Turns around, kicks it across to Tyler Houston, other side of the court. 3 on the way, and he hit it. And the Bulldogs lead it 17-16.
Tyler Houston, his first field goal of the 2013-14 season there. Nice open shot for a 3. Brownsburg in his own defense here to start the second quarter.
Brownsburg goes back to the 2-3, and it looked like he was fouled inside Cameron Walter. Now the ball gets away, and it's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Brownsburg. So they got the ball into Walter again. It looked like K.J. Walton on the defense thought he might have been fouled. Or Walter and the Fishers bench thought he might have been fouled. No call. The ball gets loose on the floor and then kicked out of bounds by Fishers, and it stays with the Dogs.
Coach Lynch is fired up usual self there, urging his big man, Kyle Thompson, to do a better job here on the defensive end. But Brownsburg ball now. They like that 1-4 set where all 4 men are lined up across the free throw line.
Mavunga inside to Houston, who walked with the ball.
We got a foul on the floor.
Oh, they're going to call foul on the floor. It looked like he went up and down. He did not. He was fouled. 17-16. Brownsburg leads by 1. 6:27 left to go here in the first half.
Mavunga getting extended playing time here in this first half. Of course, he's had a hot hand.
Inbounds pass goes around the key. They find Mavunga, who drives in and makes a nice move.
Beautiful.
And rolls it over the front of the rim for the 2. And it's a 3-point lead for the Dogs. And Mavunga's been very aggressively offensively and been very intense as well. A lot of emotion out there on the court as he throws his fist in the air after the make.
8 points for Jordash Mavunga now.
Fisher swinging it around the arch. With it now is Townsend. Townsend back over to Eaton. Eaton back over to Townsend. Back to the far side, baseline, driving. And baseline, they're going to call blocking foul. They're going to call it on Kyle Thompson, I believe. Driving baseline was Devin Chowden, who's been pretty quiet offensively. The foul is on Thompson. That's his first.
That's good. It's only his first. Need to stay out of foul trouble.
And right inside and tip. Nice defense by Thompson. He made Chowden alter his shot there. I don't think he got a piece of it. Brownsburg the other way. Mavunga drives, rolls it, and he's fouled. He's going to the line. Another aggressive take. Ringo got the ball to Mavunga, top of the key. It was K.J. Walton got it to him, top of the key. Mavunga ran it straight in, put the ball on the floor aggressively. Got the ball shot off, but he was fouled, and fouled pretty hard.
Lance Dollison, the foul for Fishers here. Mavunga at the line.
First free throw is up and good. 21-16, a 5-point lead now for the Bulldogs.
Mavunga has already matched his scoring output from the last game. He has 9 points. Trevor Luke is going to check in here, Troy.
Well, I called it 21-16. I thought that was the 21st point, but the scoreboard's not changed. We'll let you know here in just a minute. Second free throw misses. 5:37 mark. 20-16. Brownsburg leads by 4. Fishers brings it over. They go far side to Townsend. Townsend kicks it back over to Eaton. Eaton inside to Chowden. They kick. Oh, and blocked nicely out of bounds. Cortland Townsend went up to take the three, and Ringo slapped it right into the student section.
So far in this young season, Darian Ringo has proven to be their best defensive player. As a guard, he puts a lot of pressure on the ball, and he blocked a shot there.
Lloyd gets the ball in. They kick it over to Eaton. Down goes Ringo on the floor. They're going to get it into Chowden. Chowden kicks it back out to Eaton. Eaton with a three on the way. Off the back of the rim, misses. The rebound goes back out to the top of the key to Chowden, who loses the ball to Mavunga. Mavunga's got Lucas, gets it to Lucas for the layup, and it's in. 22-16. It's a 6-point lead for the Bulldogs.
What an unselfish play there. Passed the ball back to Lucas for the layup.
4:48 left to go. Fishers with the ball. Inside to Walter. Walter kicks it back out to Eaton. Eaton top of the key for a three. Misses off the side of the rim, and there to get the rebound, guess who? Number 4, Mavunga. Kicks it across midcourt to Ringo. Ringo to Thompson on the baseline. Thompson backing down Walter. Try to get the ball inside to Lucas. He does. Turnaround jump shot from the baseline. Missed it. Those are the kind of baskets Brownsburg needs to make. Running the floor now are the Tigers. They kick it back out to Townsend for three, and it misses. Here come the Bulldogs. Ringo driving. Going to lay it out. He's going to kick it out to Lucas for a three to the far side. Off the top of the rim. And no foul called as Walter gets knocked to the floor by Thompson.
Lucas cold shooting so far, 1 out of 7 from the field.
Chowden puts it up and in, and he'll have a three-point play, or the chance for a three-point play. The foul is going to go against Kyle Thompson. Well, they kind of went from calling it tight in the first quarter, and now they're kind of letting them play, Chris.
Yeah, a little up and down play there, and that is Thompson's second foul.
So Vashon will check in. Thompson will go to the bench with 2 fouls and 4 points. Lucas checks out. So you're going to have Ringo, Houston, Mavunga, Walton, and Vashon on the floor for the Bulldogs. At the line, number 23, Devin Chowden. Free throw is up, and it is no good. Rebound by Vashon. So Chowden held 2 points so far in this game, Chris.
2 points, that's right. Good drive by Ringo.
Ringo drives hard. He gets the ball swatted away, and the rebound taken out of there by Cortland Thompson. Coming the other way inside the paint, he brings it out. Now he's going to drive in, kicks it outside to Lloyd. Lloyd far side to Luke to Eaton. Eaton back over to Townsend. Townsend loses the ball out of bounds. It goes to the Bulldogs.
Brownsburg staying in that aggressive 2-3 defense.
And the timeout will be called by Fisher. It's going to be a 20-second timeout at the 3:29 mark in the second quarter. Brownsburg leads the Fishers Tigers 22-18.
Running a little short on cash or got some collectible items around the house you don't need or want? Well, take them to Hendricks County Estate Buyers in Brownsburg. They buy gold, silver, coins, tools, electronics, and antiques. They specialize in one-piece or entire collections. If you have an estate or household liquidation, call them first. Ask for Justin at 317-286-3652 7 days a week. They're on the corner of Main and Odell in Brownsburg. That's Hendricks County Estate Buyers.
3:29 left to go in the first half. 22-18. Brownsburg leads Fishers. Hoosier Crossroads Conference basketball. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. AudioSportsOnline.com. And I'd like to thank all of our sponsors. Nice crowd on hand tonight. Student section is active.
Yeah. Real good student
And the
section.
pep band's here, which we haven't actually had the opportunity to hear much of. So we'll look forward to halftime for that.
Good atmosphere in here tonight, Troy. This is big-time high school basketball right here.
Ringo bringing the ball across midcourt. Gets it back to Houston. Back to Ringo. They go far side to Walton. Walton top of the key. Back to Ringo at midcourt. They got the ball to Mavunga in the corner.
KJ Walton has yet to score in this game.
Bulldogs kind of passing it around. They got Vashon inside. Vashon gets it off to Houston. Ringo, far side. He's got Walton in the corner. 3 on the way. Missed it. Rebound comes off to number 11, Zach Eaton. Throws the ball 3/4 court and missing at the other end, number 21, Luke Winter. And a nice aggressive save out of bounds by Ringo into Walton. He gets fouled on the layup and a 3-point play for the Bulldogs. 2:45 mark, 24-18. The Dogs lead.
Boy, all credit to Darian Ringo on that. That ball was headed way out of bounds. You saw his quickness and speed there as he went and retrieved the ball, flying out of bounds, got it back into Walton for the layup and the foul.
Great hustle there by the Bulldogs as a whole. Checking into the game now, number 32, Sam Comer. Got to call Sam's name a lot in football season.
Yeah.
And the free throw by Walton misses. 24-18, and we're under 2:40 left to go in the second quarter. Bringing the ball across is Eaton for the Tigers. Eaton trying to go down to the baseline to Chowden, and the ball gets away, and here come the Bulldogs.
Oh, yeah.
Over to Mavunga, misses. Rebound in there is Walton. Walton puts it up, and he scores. So Ringo with the steal, brought it down, kicked it to Mavunga. Mavunga got the ball, or missed the shot. Walton with the board, he put it up and in. Chowden trying to drive, kicks it far side to Townsend. 3 on the way, he got it. 2 minutes left in the first half. Here in the second quarter, 26-21 Bulldogs.
K.J. Walton now with 4 points, and again, good work by Ringo to get him the ball.
Ringo brings it across midcourt. They get the ball into Mavunga. Mavunga backing down. Chowden turns, a nice shot, but missed it. The rebound goes to Walter.
Mavunga showed us a little hook shot there, Troy.
He has. Driving into the paint is Townsend, and he is fouled. Foul is going against it's going to be Houston, I think, with the foul. It is. That's his first. Tyler Houston, 1 foul, 4 points here in the first half. 1:39 left to go in the quarter. 26-21, Bulldogs lead.
All right, big stretch here, Troy. Need to hold that lead at halftime. 1:39 left.
Inbounding the ball is Eaton. Eaton gets it into Chowden. Chowden looking, comes back top of the key to Townsend. Townsend over to Eaton. Eaton will control top of the key. Gets the ball into Walter. Walter's not going to shoot. Thought he was. Kicks the ball back out to Eaton, top of the key. Now Townsend has it. Townsend back to Chowden on the near side.
Coach
top
Joe
of the
Leonard
key.
wants movement.
Top of the key to Eaton. They got the ball back to Townsend, who was going to drive, and he's fouled.
Not much of a foul.
It looks like Tyler Houston with the foul. That's going to be his quick second.
Is that Houston or right? It is Houston.
Is it his? Yeah, it is his second. So Houston with 2 quick fouls to end the first half. 1:16 left to go. 26-21. Bulldogs lead.
Vashon will come in.
So Lucas checks back into the game as well. Checking out of the game is Houston. Vashon checks into the game. Checking out of the game is Sam Comer.
It was good to see Sam get a little time there. Has not played much this year.
Townsend's first free throw is up, and it's good. 26-22, Brownsburg leads Fishers. 1:16 left to go, first half.
This next possession here, Brownsburg may run the clock a little bit. Run that clock, get a good possession, get a good shot at the hoop.
Second shot is also good. 3-point lead now for the Dogs. 1:15 left to go.
8 points for Mr. Townsend. He's had a good first half for Fishers. See if they run the clock here. Ringo going to hold the ball at the top of the key.
Gets into Vashon. Vashon outside the arc. Gets it back to Mavunga. Back to Ringo. But Vashon looks like he's trying to post up.
They're not holding. They're
Walton,
in their attack
top
mode.
of the key. He's looking to score. He's going to pull up for a 3, and he rolls out. And the foul's going to go on. I think the foul's going to be on Darian Ringo. He's going to grab. He had a little grab underneath there on the baseline. It is on Ringo. That's his first. 54.1 left to go. First half. 26-23. Bulldogs.
Coach Steve Lynch gathered his Bulldogs over there before this foul shot. Talked to him about the importance of this next possession here.
Well, and all around important. It's always important to have a lead, but you really want to take this lead into halftime.
No doubt.
Not give up something silly here at the end of the game. Chowden's first free throw misses. Or second free throw misses. Ringo will bring it across midcourt for the Bulldogs. Ringo, Lucas, Vashon, Mavunga, and Walton on the court for the Dogs as we end the first half. And now the Bulldogs are going to stall a little bit, look for that last shot. Now they're going to drive. Looking top of the key. Walton continues to handle the ball. He's got Chowden on him.
Yeah, he wants one shot. Lynch just signaled for it.
So Walton brings it back out towards the midcourt line. Him and Lucas having a little discussion.
Fisher's not applying pressure defense. They're going to let Brownsburg have this last shot.
We're under 10. Driving is Ringo. Ringo puts it up to Lucas. That ball may have been intended for Vashon. They missed him. And here come the Tigers. They get the ball ahead quickly to Walter, who puts it up, and a foul on the floor.
Fishers wants the hoop, too. The ball did not go in the basket, but I don't know if they want a goaltend or let's see what happens, Troy. The ball rolled off the rim, no good. And they do call a foul.
They're going to call the foul on Dalton Vachon, number 44. They are not going to count the basket. It rolled out. And going to the free throw line with no time on the clock is the big man from Fishers, Cameron Walter, and he misses the first free throw. It's awful lonely out there sometimes when you're the only guy on the court shooting, whether it's at the end of the half or into the game. Second free throw by Walter also rattles out, so that didn't matter. So the first half is in the books here from Varsity Fieldhouse at Brownsburg High School. Hoosier Crossroads Conference basketball live on AudioSportsOnline.com. And after the first half of play, the Brownsburg Bulldogs lead the Fishers Tigers 26-23.
A new Ivy Tech Community College campus has opened in Crawfordsville. The campus is easily accessible off I-74 at the Crawfordsville exit. Registration for summer and fall classes is ongoing. The new campus has science labs, computer labs, and a complete associate degree in business. You can meet with admissions and financial aid advisors, take an assessment, and register for classes on site. Ivy Tech is located at 2325 Bill Ward Boulevard inside Crawfordsville Commerce Park. Go to ivytech.edu or call 888-IVY, that's IVY line for more information. Ivy Tech is changing lives. This holiday season, let Nelson Jewelers in Brownsburg help you select the perfect gift. New collections have arrived just in time for Christmas. Whether her wish includes a new pair of earrings, a sparkling pendant, bracelet, or ring, Nelson Jewelers offers unique and affordable designs in silver, 14 and 18 karat gold, and diamonds. Visit Nelson Jewelers at 22 East Main Street in Brownsburg and online at nelsonjewelers.com. Nelson Jewelers since 1958, a little out of the way, very much out of the ordinary.
All right, Chris, thank you very much. Again, we're at halftime here at Varsity Fieldhouse on the campus of Brownsburg High School, Brownsburg, Indiana. Boys basketball in the state of Indiana, IHSAA Hoosier Crossroads Conference competition. We're about 11 minutes away from the start of the second half. The Bulldogs lead this game 26-23 over the Fishers Tigers. This is the first conference game for both teams. The Tigers come in tonight at 0-2. And the Bulldogs come in tonight 1-1. And a really nice effort in their first game against Carmel for the Bulldogs. Talked about that, a big win last week against the Southport Cardinals. And Chris has some halftime stats for us.
Well, just want to review the conference schedule for tonight since this is a conference game for Brownsburg here in Hoosier Crossroads. Tonight also includes Danville at Avon, Hamilton Southeastern at Mount Vernon. Watch out for that Southeastern crew this year. They're 1-0 coming into tonight, but they've got some good players, of course. Noblesville is at Carmel, and the Battle of Lafayette. They call it the Lafayette Classic. Lafayette Harrison against Lafayette Jeff. Next week, well, Saturday, there's some games too. Fishers has a home game to Kokomo tomorrow night. Then Pendleton Heights is at Hamilton Southeastern, Zionsville at Western Boone, and in the reverse, Harrison will play Jeff in that Lafayette Classic. Next week, Brownsburg will be on the road at Zionsville, and that is next Friday night, the 13th. Panuni's Pizza and Wings in Brownsburg has something for everybody. Pizza with more toppings than you can count, including specialty pizzas, 5 different kinds of calzones, breadsticks, and cheese bread with 2 kinds of dipping sauce, all made in-house with Panuni's own hand-tossed dough. And don't forget Panuni's Jumbo Wings with 12 kinds of sauce. Mention the XRB special and get 10% off of your order. They're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Friday and Saturday, open until 11 p.m. Dine in, carry out, or free delivery. Call 286-3500 Panuni's Pizza and Wings at 1447 East Main in Brownsburg.
Well, we got to check some scores from around other sports as we prepare ourselves for the much-anticipated wing-eating contest here at halftime of our game tonight. At the New Garden in Boston, Brad Stevens' Boston Celtics are blowing out the Denver Nuggets. 9:47 left to go in the second quarter. They lead Denver 42-16.
That's a surprise.
Yeah, that is a surprise. The Rockets and Warriors just underway from the Toyota Center in Houston. Houston leads 5-2 early, and the Pelicans and the Thunder from Oklahoma City Pelicans lead that 5-3 early, also just underway. A little NCAA football tonight. The number 14 ranked Northern Illinois Huskies are in action at home tonight against Bowling Green. No score, 12:37 left to go in the first. Kind of amazed that NIU hasn't scored 21 points already there, Chris.
No
but
doubt.
They have not. And then tonight, a really intriguing matchup. The Kentucky Wildcats, who are a very, very talented team, but a very, very young team. You kind of wonder what you're going to get out of them every night, Chris. They are on the road at number 20 Baylor tonight, and Homer Drew's crew down there in Texas. Bowling Green has scored. They now lead Northern Illinois 6-0 with the point after coming. South Carolina is at number 9 Oklahoma State at the Gallagher-Iba Athletic Center. They're in Stillwater. That game at 9:30 tonight. Only one NHL game tonight. The Ducks lead the Blackhawks 1-0 in Chicago.
Thanks for that, Troy.
No problem.
Little hockey score there.
No Blues tonight.
No
Blues tonight.
All right. Pete Fay, what is a good neighbor? It's someone nearby who helps make your life a little easier. It's State Farm agent Pete Fay. He takes the time to understand your insurance and financial needs. So whether you're preparing for your child's college education or planning for your retirement, get the kind of help you'd expect from a good neighbor. Visit State Farm agent Pete Fay at 431 East Northfield, Suite 100 in Brownsburg. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Westside Plumbing, when plumbing problems arise, do you want a plumbing company with an impressive truck or fancy jingles? Of course not. You want your problem solved quickly and at an affordable price. At Westside Plumbing, we understand you want a plumber who is honest, respectful, and knows how to fix the problem. Westside Plumbing provides fast, professional plumbing service 7 days a week. When you invite Westside Plumbing into your home, be assured they will be knowledgeable, timely, and will give your home the respect it deserves. Honesty, integrity, and respect, that's what you get when you call Westside Plumbing at 445-8399. That's 445-8399. Westside Plumbing, serving Brownsburg and all of Hendricks County.
Well, Chris, 7 minutes until, just roughly about 7 minutes, we're under 10 until the tip of the second half. And again, as we talked about, we are just now, right now, underway with the chicken wing eating contest at midcourt. And there's a chicken on the court, Chris.
Oh, my, look at this. I think this is sponsored by Hurricane Grill, yeah.
Yes, it is. It is sponsored by Hurricane Grill in Brownsburg. You can see them right there across from Walmart on Northfield Drive, west of 267.
Looks like we have 7 participants in this exciting contest. I don't know how long they have. I missed that, Troy.
Oh, well, I missed it. We don't have a running clock here that we can look at, so I didn't see how much time they had, but it wasn't much time.
This contest generating quite an interest on the home side there. A lot of fans definitely tuned in to watch this.
We even have chicken wing eating music by the pep band, so
it is great to have the
something
pep
I
band.
was told by our producer and director and all-knowing guy that hooks us up for these games and gets everything moving, Rob Kendall. Ray Tolbert from the 1981 National Championship team at IU is the player development coach for the Fishers Tigers.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, okay. Well, they've developed they had a good football season, of course. They were tough. Of course, in this conference, Westfield, boy, they went a long way. Went to the state finals there, lost, of course, to Cathedral, but Fishers, good in all sports now, of course. Like we said, they have some money up there. They just need somebody to enter their stats, basketball stats.
We'll pass that on to the athletic department at Fishers.
I was a little unhappy with them today. Brownsburg athletic staff is very good about updating all their online and social media stats and other info.
As you look ahead to tomorrow, 3 basketball games of interest. The Pacers are at San Antonio tomorrow night. That's a huge game for Indiana. Kind of a watermark, if you will. They can go down there and make some noise on the road at the Spurs.
Right. Had a couple losses on this trip, but no disgrace. I mean, they're out there on the West Coast, but that'll be a big game.
Indiana is home against North Florida at Assembly Hall tomorrow night.
Hoosiers should get a win.
The third game of interest is the Brownsburg Bulls, my son's basketball team, will be in action tomorrow morning. And I'd like to thank the Brownsburg Junior Basketball Scheduling Department for making the game at 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow.
No kidding.
Yeah, 8 o'clock a.m. We will arrive at 7:40 when I believe it's still dark, but that's okay. My son is very excited about his first game tomorrow and over at White Lick Elementary School here in Brownsburg. And great program, everybody that's involved. And really, really all of the Brownsburg junior athletic programs here. Be really proud of.
Yeah.
Little League has always kind of set the standard for that historically. I think football is falling in line, and the soccer program is great, and also the basketball league, our involvement with it has been nothing but positive so far. So we'll look forward to that tomorrow.
Sure.
As well.
I'm sorry, Troy. I'm glad you mentioned that, though. For youth sports, I don't know of a better town. Of course, they develop baseball champions with the Little League program in that. Brownsburg Junior Football League's fantastic. Good to hear the basketball is, too. I'm not surprised.
So the chicken wing eating contest is over. There's a lot of drinking of fluids going on. Looks like milk.
We do have a winner, a young man, of course.
Yeah, we do have a winner. We don't know who it is, or we'd tell you. So I guess we'll just we'll just kind of play it by ear. About 3 minutes away from the start of the second half. Again, our halftime score: Brownsburg 23, Brownsburg 26, Fishers 23.
Panuni's Pizza and Wings in Brownsburg has something for everybody, and you don't even have to leave home. Call 286-3500 for free delivery to Pittsboro, Claremont, North Avon, and all of Brownsburg. Specialty pizza, calzones, breadsticks, and cheese bread, all made in-house with Panuni's own hand-tossed dough. Not to mention Panuni's jumbo wings. Tell them you heard it from XRB and get 10% off your order. Check out their Facebook page for specials. They're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., Friday and Saturday open until 11 p.m. Locally owned Panuni's Pizza and Wings on 1447 East Main in Brownsburg. Well, you're finally on your own, living in your own place, paying your bills, making your own decisions. When your decisions involve insurance and financial needs, it's nice to have a little help. State Farm Agent Pete Fay knows that being on your own shouldn't feel like being alone. Visit State Farm Agent Pete Fay at 431 East Northfield in Brownsburg. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Well, Chris, the Blackhawks have tied. I know you're interested in the NHL update. From the United Center in Chicago, the Blackhawks have tied the Ducks 1-1. They're very early in that game, 13:45 left to go in the first period.
Well, you've got it all tonight, Troy.
I'll tell you, I had the privilege. I've never grew up a big hockey fan, but I have two very good friends that played professional hockey.
Oh.
And we took a guy's trip, if you will, last year up to Chicago.
Oh, gosh.
And I had the privilege of getting some really good seats from a friend of theirs who plays for the Red Wings. And so we had the wing seats, on the road seats there. We're about 10 rows up from the glass on one end, kind of off in the corner at the United Center for the Blackhawks and the Wings.
Yeah.
The best sports environment I've ever been in.
Okay.
And I'm like you. You've been to a lot of sports and a lot of sporting events.
Yeah.
Just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Great facility, the United Center there in Chicago. Great fan base, of course. Season ticket sellouts.
Let me ask you, Troy, what'd you do the first time that big foghorn went off?
I loved it. And the thing about it is,
thing is
we got our tickets from a guy from the Wings, so I was kind of rooting for Detroit anyway, but it almost made me a Blackhawks fan. The environment was great.
Yeah.
And so really great experience, and I think we're really fortunate in kind of where we live in Indianapolis sports-wise.
Yeah.
We don't have a major league team, but we can go see the White Sox, the Cubs, the Cardinals, the Reds on a day's notice if you really needed to. St. Louis a little bit farther away.
That's very true.
And we're, of course, blessed with a great NFL franchise and what is proving to be a great NBA franchise, which was a great ABA franchise before that. And now we've got East Coast hockey and professional hockey's come back, so we look forward to that. So
I think it'd be fun to go see a Pacer Road game at Chicago. I'd love to do that.
I think that
can't
would be
talk
good
the
too.
missus into that. She's a huge Pacer fan. In that first half, guess who led the way for Brownsburg? It was not K.J. Walton. He only had 4 points, but Jordash Mavunga had 9 points. Trevor Lucas with just 2. Darian Ringo with 3, but Ringo a big factor in a lot of ways. Assists, steals, he did a lot there. Tyler Houston got on the board with 3. Kyle Thompson with 4 points. For Fishers, the young Mr. Walter led the way there with 10 points. 44, Cameron Walter. He's only a sophomore, so he's going to be in this league for a while. Let's see if Brownsburg can get the job done here, Troy. I'd like to go 2-1 on the season.
Well, we're getting ready to get underway. Fishers will have the ball to start the third quarter. 8 minutes on the clock, 26-23 the Dogs lead, and we're underway. Ball comes in near side to Zach Eaton. Eaton top of the key to Townsend.
Brownsburg switches to a man-to-man defense.
Townsend comes off a pick by Lloyd. Nice defense there by Lucas. Back up top to Townsend. Top of the key is Eaton. Eaton gives the ball off to Chowden. Chowden really not an offensive factor in the first half. And now a nice pass. They got him open inside, and they're going to call foul on the floor. And I don't know if I just didn't see that very well, but the foul is on Houston. Chowden is holding his arm.
Boy, not much of a foul. Good pass, though, to Chowden underneath. He was ready to lay that ball up and in. And Tyler Houston going to step out with his third foul.
Inbounding the ball quickly to Chowden, and a nice inbounds pass by Zach Eaton. Chowden gets it in the paint, goes up, doesn't even come down, lays it off the glass for a soft 2, and the Dogs lead it 26-25. Walton gets it inside to Thompson. Thompson doesn't take the shot, kicks it back out to Lucas for 3, off the side of the rim. Nice rebound by Mavunga, falling away, and he hits the basket, and he's fouled. And another three-point play, very aggressive tonight, is Jordash Mavunga, Chris.
Boy, fantastic right there. That's his 11th point. Big rebound, went back up strong, got the bucket and the foul. He'll be at the free throw line where he is he's hit one and missed one so far tonight. So Mavunga at the line here.
Jordash Mavunga at the line. First free throw is up and good, or the only free throw is up and good to complete the three-point play. And the Bulldogs lead it by 4, 29-25 at the 7-minute mark in the third quarter. Here come the Tigers the other way. Top of the key to Townsend. Townsend gets the ball off to Eaton. Eaton takes the ball midcourt, comes near side to Chowden. Chowden looking to pass it off. He does. Lloyd, top of the key. Tried to get it back inside to Chowden, and Darian Ringo picked it off. Here comes Ringo the other way, inside to Walton. Walton puts it up and in. Nice aggressive pass and a nice aggressive take to the basket there by Walton. 31-25, a 6-point lead for the Bulldogs. Inside, the layup misses off the side of the rim and out of bounds on the attempt by Cameron Walter in the paint. Goes off a Brownsburg player, and it's out of bounds to the Tigers under the own basket. Inbounding will be Zach Eaton.
Brownsburg staying with a man-to-man defense.
Gets the ball top of the key to Lloyd. Lloyd looking to drive, cannot. Gets the ball off to Lance Dawson, who's checked into the game. Pass inside to the big man, number 44, Walter, misses the layup, and here come the Bulldogs the other way. Driving hard to the basket and fouled is KJ Walton. Walton aggressive to the hoop, made a nice move at the free throw line, went to his right, and gets fouled. The basket does not go down, and Walton will be at the line for 2.
They called that foul on Chowden. No, I'm sorry.
Foul was on. I don't know. I don't know who the foul was on, actually. Second free throw is up and good. 8 points on the night now for Jordash Mavunga. 33-25. A three from the corner by Chowden is good. Chowden got open on the baseline. The baseline three. 33-28 Brownsburg. Top of the key is Ringo. Ringo gets it top of the key for Thompson. Over to Mavunga. Mavunga looking to pass. He's going to drive now. Spins off. Little underhand flip shot. He's fouled. And he'll go to the line for 2. Was not a good shot by Mavunga, but he gets fouled. He'll be at the line.
Yeah, that drive brought some contact by the Fishers defense. Mavunga is showing a lot of skill here tonight. Really looking good. And he will be at the free throw line here.
It's kind of that intensity that we talked about earlier in the pregame, Chris. Really intense offensively and defensively tonight. The Bulldogs have been both. First free throw was up and good, 34-28. 6-point lead for the Bulldogs.
13 points for Mr. Mavunga as he waits at the line for his second free throw.
Second one's good, 14 on the night now for Jordash Mavunga. 35-28, 5:35 left to go in the third quarter. Driving is Chowden. He's fouled on the floor. Foul's going to be on number 10. It's going to be on Darian Ringo. It's his second foul. Ringo with 2 fouls and 3 points.
Nobody in real foul trouble for Brownsburg yet except for Tyler Houston on the bench with 3
Townsend
fouls.
Driving and puts it up. Rolls off the front of the rim, but he is fouled. It's either going to be Thompson or Lucas. We'll see who they call it against. It's going to be on Thompson. That's going to be his third.
Aggressive drive by Mr. Townsend there for Fishers. He's not a big guy, just listed at 5'11", senior, but boy, he got up to the hoop and drew that foul.
5:28 left to go. The first free throw rolls off the side of the rim. It is no good. 5:28 left to go, third quarter. 35-28. Brownsburg leads Fishers. Vashon and Houston ready to check in. Second free throw also misses, and the rebound to Jordash Mavunga gives it off to Lucas. Lucas down to Ringo. Ringo on the near side, dribbling over towards the top of the key. Gets the ball over to Walton. Walton far side. Back to Lucas, top of the key.
Fishers not hitting their foul shots here tonight. I don't have an exact count. We'll try and look one up, but they are missing free throws. They're in a 2-3 zone here.
Go over to KJ Walton, who's driving baseline, and he's fouled on the floor.
I think that's going to be on Mr. Dollison again.
Foul will be on number 25, Lance Dollison. You're right, Chris.
His second or fourth of this third quarter. Inbounds underneath to Brownsburg. Tyler Houston will start the offense from the top of the key. Goes to Ringo on the right side. He's looking underneath. Fisher stays in that 2-3 zone.
Ringo with the ball on the near side. Goes top of the key to Walton. Walton back over to Houston on the far side. Walton top of the key. Over to Ringo. Back to Walton. They toss it around a little bit. Cross court pass to Ringo. Ringo's going to try and drive. Gets it back out to Walton. Now Ringo top of the key. Can't get it inside. Oh, they had Mavunga wide open. They missed him. Now they're going to throw it cross court to Walton. Walton with a three from the corner, and he hit it. 38-28, and the lead swells to 10. Driving for the baseline layup is Townsend. He misses. Ball comes off the rim. Rebound no good. And Houston with the board for the Bulldogs. And here comes Ringo. Ringo driving. Gets the ball into Vashon. Vashon looking to pass it. Falling out of bounds. Gets the ball to Ringo. Ringo dishes it off as he's falling out of bounds. The shot is blocked. Jordash Mavunga with the shot. Had it blocked inside, I think, by Chowden. They get the ball out top of the key, gain control, and Coach Lynch will call a timeout. 4:04 left to go in the third quarter. 38-28, a 10-point lead for the Bulldogs.
Right now at Brownsburg McDonald's, try these tasty holiday treats during the month of December. Peppermint mocha, a milder blend of espresso, steamed milk, peppermint, and dark chocolate syrup, topped with whipped cream and chocolate drizzle, available for a limited time, medium only, $2.99. McRib is back, a hot sandwich that is a balanced blend of caramelized bread, seasoned pork, McDonald's signature McRib sauce, a sweet, smoky, tangy Western barbecue-style sauce, dill pickles, and mild, fresh slivered onions. Now only $2.79. Both these available at your two Brownsburg McDonald's on Main Street next to Marsh and just off Interstate 74 in the Kmart Center.
It is a full timeout. 4:04 left to go in the third quarter. 10-point lead for the Bulldogs, 38-28.
You know, that ball was bouncing around like a hot potato on that last possession by Brownsburg. And K.J. Walton called the timeout himself with no signal from the bench. He said, hey, guys, let's get things settled down here. And he called the timeout himself when he got possession of the ball. So good move by a veteran there, K.J. Walton for Brownsburg.
10-point lead, 4:04 left to go in the third. Dogs lead at 38-28. They will have the ball under their own basket. Ringo is inbounding the ball. Goes top of the key to Houston.
KJ has picked up his scoring pace here in the second half. He has 7 points.
KJ to Walton. Walton has it top of the key. He's going to shoot another three. Off to the side, misses. Nice rebound inside by Mavunga. Gets it blocked from behind by Chowden. The ball kicks around. It goes off of a Fishers player's foot, and it's going to stay with the Bulldogs. 3:49 left to go, third quarter.
Troy, I don't have rebound stats, but I'll bet you Mavunga has a load of those too. I would say at least 4 or 5. Steal Fishers.
Fisher steals the ball away. Now here come the Bulldogs with a steal. K.J. Walton pushes it ahead to Ringo, and he lays it up and in. The lead is swollen to 12, and with that, Joe Leonard from Fishers will take a timeout. 3:35 left to go in the third quarter, 40-28 Bulldogs.
Merry Christmas from Wiley Palooza. Right now they're offering 25% off of their special sundaes and special frappes in December. Come in and try the new Santa Sundae. It's made with warm chocolate cake, peppermint ice cream, hot fudge, whipped cream, peppermint flakes, and Oreo crumbles. Or try the Death by Chocolate, Hot Mess, Tin Roof, or Elvis Sundaes, all made with their fresh premium hand-dip ice cream. That's Wiley Palooza at 1022 East Main Street in the Brownsburg Main Street Shopping Plaza. They are open 7 days a week.
You know, Chris, I haven't been there yet.
I know, I'm dying to go.
But I keep hearing wonderful reviews about it. So
Ben needs to get there. Now, speaking of food, I got a question for you about tomorrow. Ben starts at 8 a.m. Now, I know he's used to going to school early, but he's got a game. What is this kid going to have for breakfast?
Well, he's already has a plan. He said, "You got to remember, Dad. I got to get up. We got to get up at 7, and I got to eat something."
Yeah.
So he can have whatever he wants, I guess. When you're 9,
he's thinking ahead, though. That's good. That's what I want.
I think you can have whatever you want when you're 9, right?
Yeah, but Coach would want that too.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, Brownsburg stretched out that lead a little bit. Brownsburg had 12 points in the first quarter, 14 in the second. Fishers, 14 in the first quarter, only 9 in the second. So we're right now at 40-28 Brownsburg.
Andre Small's checked in for Fishers. He's the point guard. They get the ball into Chowden. They get back out to Small, top of the key. 3 on the way from the far side, misses. Keegan Kohlmeyer misses the 3 from the far side. The ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Tigers, and Kohlmeyer will inbounds it.
Kohlmeyer did have an open shot. He's 0 out of 2 from the field. Kind of surprised to see him take that shot, but here's Chowden underneath.
Chowden double-teamed immediately. Nice defense by Vachon. He went straight up in the air, and reaching in, they're going to call the foul on Vachon, I think, for the reach-in underneath. So that will go against the Bulldogs. That's Vachon's first.
4th team foul of the half here, and Fishers will inbounds underneath the basket. Brownsburg still man-to-man defense.
Chowden breaks a baseline, trying to put it. Oh, they're going to call the offensive foul on Chowden.
Good call. He just kind of ran over Tyler Houston there.
3:08 left to go, third quarter, 40-28. Been stuck on that for a couple minutes. 12-point lead for the Bulldogs. Looks like the pep band takes the third quarter off.
Well, I guess so. We miss him. Kyle Thompson checked in during that last dead ball, and Ringo will bring it up facing his own defense from Fishers.
Ringo over to Walton. Walton back to Ringo, top of the key. Fake to his right. They get it to Lucas on the near side. Ringo kicks it back out to
Trevor.
Lucas. Lucas from 15 or from 17 misses it. That was a 2. Missed it. They're going to call it the other way. The foul is going to go against the Bulldogs. And that'll bring Tyler Houston back into the game, as that foul was called on Mavunga. That's his second. Mavunga 14 points so far, 2:50 left to go in the third.
Boy, Trevor Lucas having a bad night as he checks out now. He's 1 out of 8 from the field with 2 points.
Top of the key is Keegan Kohlmeyer. Kohlmeyer tried to get it inside to Smart. He cannot. The ball kicked back out to Lance Dolison. Looked like he was really going to pass it, but he was up. They are. They're going to call the foul on the floor. And that's going to go against Thompson. And that's his 4th.
It is his 4th foul here. Let's see if they take him out, and they are going to. Looks like Sam Comer's going to check in, Troy.
As Chris said, Comer off the bench. Fishers with the ball under their own basket. Inbounding will be Andre Small. Small gets it in to Chowden. Chowden with the layup, misses, it rattles out, and Tyler Houston with the rebound. Bulldogs going the other way. Houston takes it across midcourt, gets the ball off to Ringo. Ringo dribbles across the free throw line, back to Houston, top of the key.
Tyler Houston's had a good game tonight. Scored a couple baskets, got some rebounds, playing good defense.
Ringo with the ball far side, gives it off to KJ Walton, top of the key. Walton's going to drive, puts it up, and it rattles out, gets his own rebound. He put it back in, and he's fouled. Really nice effort. We talked about Jordash Mavunga's intensity earlier, and all of a sudden, KJ Walton here into the second quarter and through this third quarter has really kind of stepped up his game tonight.
Yeah, he's got 13 points. I have him for now. This big third quarter for him. No, Trevor Lucas hadn't been able to score, but Mavunga's picked up the slack, and now KJ Walton picking up, too, his offensive output.
2:09 left to go in the third quarter, 42-28. Brownsburg leads Fishers. At the line is Walton. The first free throw is up, and it is good.
We need somebody to get us an Avon score.
We'll ask our our producer if he can find a score from the Avon game for us. 43-28, 2 minutes left to go in the third. Carmel with the ball. Top of the key is Eaton. Eaton gets the ball back top of the key to Cortland Townsend. Townsend put the ball on the floor. A nice bounce pass to Cameron Walter, who lays it up and in. 13-point lead for the Bulldogs, 1:40 left to go.
Walter's first score of the second half. He had a big first half for Fishers.
Walton gets the ball off to Ringo. Ringo dribbling top of the key.
Like to maintain the double-digit lead.
He's going to try and drive, kicks it back out to Walton. Now Walton's going to drive. 15-footer on the way, and he hit it.
Oh, yeah. He's going to hit that shot all day, Troy.
45-30, a 15-point lead, 1:25 left to go in the third quarter. Timeout Bulldogs. They lead it by 15.
Running a little short on cash or got some collectible items around the house you don't need or want? Well, take them to Hendricks County Estate Buyers in Brownsburg. They buy gold, silver, coins, tools, electronics, and antiques. They specialize in one-piece or entire collections. If you have an estate or household liquidation, call them first. Ask for Justin at 317-286-3652, 7 days a week. They're on the corner of Main and Odell in Brownsburg. That's Hendricks County Estate Buyers. A new Ivy Tech Community College campus has opened in Crawfordsville. The campus is easy to reach off I-74 at the Crawfordsville exit. Registration for classes is ongoing. The new campus has science labs, computer labs, and a complete associate degree in business. You can meet with admissions and financial aid advisors, take an assessment, and register for classes on site. Go to ivytech.edu or call 888-IVY-LINE for more information. Ivy Tech is changing lives.
All right, I got some scores. Every
Great.
score but what you wanted.
Oh.
Plainfield defeats Whitelands 61-24.
The Quakers.
Cascade leads Monrovia 32-25 at the half. Tri-West leads Western Boone 30-29. Troy, back to you.
Tri-West. Thanks for the update, Rob.
Thank you, Rob, very much. Fishers with the ball inbounding.
We need Brian Scott to tweet us a Avon score.
Top of the key with it is Lance Dolison. Dolison back over to Townsend. Townsend dribbling and calling the play.
Pep band back, Troy.
Yep, they're back, ready for the fourth quarter, I guess. Cross-court pass, and almost threw it away to Zach Eaton. Now, Eaton's got himself in trouble in the corner.
Aggressive defense, Brownsburg.
And now a three on the way, and off the front of the rim, the shot by Kirill Schulman. He misses, and now the ball's on the floor, a little bit of a scrum.
Quite a pile-up.
That's Vashon going to the floor along with Sam Comer. 47.8 left to go. The ball's going to stay, or is going to go to the Bulldogs. Turnover by the Tigers.
15-point lead. Let's keep that, at least that, going into the fourth quarter here. We're almost at the end of the third, Troy. Let's keep that lead.
Long inbounds pass goes to Darian Ringo. Ringo with a nice move. I thought he was going to lay it up, but he didn't. Comer almost loses the ball. KJ Walton, top of the key.
Shaking his head after that, Troy. I think he realized, hey, I should have laid that up.
Wide open path to the lane. We're at 30 seconds left to go in the third.
Coach Lynch has a play called here. They're going to stall some time, run some time off the clock here at the end of the third quarter.
Walton walking casually, top of the key, gives the ball off to Ringo. Ringo looking. Still dribbling around top of the key. Tries to get the ball off to Walton. He can't, and he might have walked. He did. And that's exactly what the Bulldogs did not want to do. They do lead it by 15, 11.8 seconds left to go here in the third quarter.
Bulldogs haven't turned it over too much tonight. I'd say about 7 or 8 turnovers I have them for. Fishers will inbounds with 11.8 on the clock here. They will inbounds at half court. Coach Lynch talking to Ringo about that last possession. Walton will check out too. Tyler Houston back in along with Sam Comer and Vashon.
Also checking back into the game is with the ball. Oh, that's Chowden that checks back in. A three on the way from the far side by Townsend. He misses. Rebound goes to Walter. He puts it up. He is knocked to the floor. No foul called. Coach Leonard from Fishers doesn't like it. And after the end of the third quarter, live from Varsity Fieldhouse on the campus of Brownsburg High School, Hoosier Crossroads Conference basketball. The Bulldogs lead the Fishers Tigers 45-30.
Nothing makes you think of the future like holding it in your arms. The wonder of being a new parent includes planning for your child's future, and now's the time to start looking to someone who's been there from the start. State Farm agent Pete Fay in Brownsburg can ensure your life insurance will keep pace with your family's growing financial needs. For more information on life insurance, visit State Farm agent Pete Fay at 431 East Northfield, Suite 100 in Brownsburg. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. When plumbing problems arise, do you want a plumbing company with an impressive truck or fancy jingles? Well, of course not. You want your problems solved quickly and at an affordable price. At Westside Plumbing, we understand you want a plumber who is honest, respectful, and knows how to fix the problem. Westside Plumbing provides fast, professional plumbing service 7 days a week. When you invite Westside Plumbing into your home, be assured they will be knowledgeable, timely, and will give your home the respect it deserves. Honesty, integrity, and respect, that's what you get when you call Westside Plumbing at 445-8399. That's Westside Plumbing, 445-8399.
45-30, a 15-point lead for the Bulldogs. We start the fourth quarter. Fishers will have the ball. Chowden will be inbounding for the Tigers. Gets the ball into Josh Lloyd at midcourt. Lloyd back to Eaton, I'm sorry. Eaton tries to get the ball back to Chowden. He cannot. Eaton driving. Now Chowden's got it on the near side. Dribbling towards the top of the key, looking for a screen. Chowden's going to try and make something happen here.
Yeah, they told him to generate some offense.
Gets the ball back top of the key to Cortland Townsend. Townsend slows it down.
Steve Lynch happy with his defense right here.
Oh, and Townsend with a wide open lane to the basket. He missed the layup, but he's fouled.
Well, he was happy. Keith Townsend got a step there on Lucas and beat him to the hoop.
Dalton Vachon got caught napping a little bit, had his head turned.
Yeah.
And Cortland Townsend, the point guard for the Tigers, was very fast. Drove right to the hoop, missed the layup.
17 fouls now for Brownsburg in this half. Let's see if that plays a factor. Townsend at the line. He is 2 out of 4 from there tonight.
First free throw is up and good. 7:33 left to go in the game. 45-31 Bulldogs.
Townsend now with 9 points for Fishers. You'd like to see Brownsburg just keep maintaining this pace. They need to keep scoring.
Second free throw is up and good as well. 45-32, 7:30 left to go in the game. Houston with the ball on the near side. Gets it into Vachon. Back to Houston on the baseline. Cross-court pass goes to Ringo. Ringo drives hard to the basket. Kind of a circus shot, misses, and the rebound by Eaton. Eaton gets the ball stolen away. Darian Ringo with the steal and the uncontested wide-open layup on the other side. And the Bulldogs lead is back to 15.
Boy, there's Ringo's defense coming through. You know, he took that drive, missed the shot, didn't hang his head, got in there tough on defense, made the steal, and got 2 for the Bulldogs.
Townsend with the ball, top of the key. He's going to try and make something happen. Lays it up, and he missed it, and the rebound goes to Tyler Houston. Houston off to Walton. Walton brings it across midcourt, driving hard to the basket. The layup is good, and they're going to call no basket. They're going to call a foul, but it's going to be on the floor.
Boy, K.J. Walton showed speed there, too.
Nice explosive move to the hoop by K.J. Walton.
He's got recruiters looking at him, you know, at the next level. He is definitely going to be getting some offers.
Walton, the junior. He will be shooting the 1-and-1. The first free throw is up and good. 48-32, 6:47 left to go in the game.
K.J. Walton good from the line tonight. 4 out of 5. Has 17 points.
Second free throw is up and good. 49-32. It's a 17-point lead for the Bulldogs. 6:40 left to go in the game.
Ringo again trying to get a steal. Almost got one at half court.
Half court pressure defense, driving hard to the hoop again is Cortland Townsend, who lays it up and in for the Tigers. Townsend been very aggressive to the basket here in the third quarter.
Fisher's going to
in the second half.
Yep, Fisher's going to try and step up the pressure on defense.
Walton drive, dishes it to Tyler Houston for 3 from the corner. Missed it. Nice rebound by Lucas, who tipped it up and in. 51-34, the basket by Lucas.
Lucas, good hustle. That's his 4th point of the game.
Townsend, top of the key, trying to get a screen from Cameron Walter.
Yep.
And a foul on the floor.
Yeah, Ringo got into him with the body a little bit there on defense.
That's going to send Townsend to the line. They're in the bonus. 51-34, 6:03 left to go in the game. Bulldogs lead. Lead is 17. First free throw is up and good by Townsend. Townsend, that's his 13th point of the night.
Yeah, Cortland Townsend, he's had a good game for Fishers. He is a senior, listed at 5'11", 155. Changing the bigs here for you, Troy. Vachon going to sit down and Kyle Thompson come in. I believe Thompson does have 4 fouls, though.
Thompson does have 4 fouls as Vachon goes to the bench. Second free throw by Townsend is up and in. 51-36, a timeout on the floor by the Fishers Tigers. 6:03 left to go in the fourth quarter. And the Bulldogs with a comfortable lead.
This holiday season, let Nelson Jewelers in Brownsburg help you select the perfect gift. New collections have arrived just in time for Christmas. Whether her wish list includes a new pair of earrings, a sparkling pendant, bracelet, or ring, Nelson Jewelers offers unique and affordable designs in silver, 14 and 18 karat gold and diamonds. Visit Nelson Jewelers at 22 East Main in Brownsburg and online at nelsonjewelers.com. Nelson Jewelers since 1958, a little out of the way, very much out of the ordinary. Okay, now, Troy?
Yes, sir.
I want to get your pick for the Big Ten championship game tomorrow, Michigan State, Ohio State. I am picking Michigan State and their fantastic defense to win that game.
Well, I got to tell you have to give Urban Meyer and the Buckeyes a ton of respect, Chris, but I just really kind of feel like they played maybe just a notch above their heads. They haven't played that tough of a schedule. I also think it's going to be a home game for Ohio State.
Oh, yeah.
There'll be Michigan State fans there, but they don't travel like the Buckeyes do as the Bulldogs inbound the ball. Walton's got it on the far side. But I really think it's tough to pick against the Buckeyes, but I could definitely see Michigan State winning this football game. Great defense, one of the best defenses in the country.
I've never seen better, really. Not for a while. Turnover by Brownsburg. Boy, they kind of got lost there.
The Bulldogs threw it away. Thompson, I think, tried to dish the ball from the top of the key to the near side to one of the guards. It ends up on the Brownsburg bench. 5:40 left to go. 51-36 Brownsburg.
Just keep playing hard. Keep playing some good defense. Score the ball on offense when you can. It wouldn't hurt to run some clock off. And I think they were trying to do that on that last possession, just a poor pass.
Townsend and Eaton playing some catch. Chowden's got it now, top of the key. And again, Chowden has not been an effective scorer tonight. As you said, Chris, coming off that 30-point performance against Pike. Cross-court pass on the near side. 3 goes up by Eaton. He missed it. The rebound goes to Walter, who puts it up and in. 5:12 left to go. 51-38 Brownsburg.
14 points for Mr. Walton.
Bulldogs get it across quick. Ringo's
There
got
you
it.
go.
Nice pass inside to Mavunga, and he missed the layup. The ball's kicked around, and Tyler Houston has it now, and the Bulldogs will maintain possession.
Boy, Mavunga should have got that layup.
Inside
Look
to
at
Mavunga
this.
again, and he makes up for it. Darian Ringo drives the paint. He finds Mavunga on the baseline wide open, and Mavunga lays it in.
Boy, Troy, Brownsburg's found a good, effective point guard this year in Darian Ringo. Another assist, a great pass. Mavunga, after that miss, he didn't hang his head. He's right in there for the putback basket.
Turnaround jump shot from 15 by Lance Dolison misses. Going up for the rebounds, Cameron Walter, and he is fouled. And the foul is going to go...
Is that on Thompson? No,
Now it's going to be against Mavunga. That's his third.
Mavunga with 16 big points here tonight. But again, a great assist by Darian Ringo. Really playing well. Found a point guard this year.
Walter's first shot is in and good. 53-39. Bulldogs lead. 4:33 left to go in the fourth quarter. Second free throw coming, and he missed it. Thompson with the board. Brings it down, gives the ball off to Ringo, and Ringo will take it slow, bring it across midcourt.
Let's run a little clock here, but end up with a basket. Need to keep scoring. Coach Joe Leonard wants pressure for the Fisher defense.
Coach Leonard does not want those Tigers to stop playing, even though they've got a pretty big deficit here. Mavunga goes up for the baseline rebound. The ball is blocked by Walter, but they got tied up. They're gonna call a travel. They're not gonna call the jump ball. So the turnover, the ball goes to Fishers. Checking into the game is Luke Winter for the Tigers. He will inbound the ball to Zach Eaton. Eaton brings it across.
Well, all Mavunga had to do there was put the ball up to the basket. He was right underneath the basket with a good lead, but he looked to make the pass instead.
Chowden with it, top of the key. Inside pass, nice deflection by Thompson. And the turnover, K.J. Walton has it, gives it off to Ringo, and Ringo once again slow across midcourt.
We're under 4 minutes now, Troy. Let's hold this big lead.
53-39. Now Ringo's going to drive a wide open lane, kicks it back out to Walton.
Nice work.
Got it to Thompson on the baseline. Now they're going to throw it around. Walton looks to drive. Fishers closes it off. They're in that 2-3 zone. Houston gets it off to Thompson on the baseline. Now back top of the key to Walton. Walton looks to drive. Kicks it back out to Ringo.
They're running clock, really not looking
Ringo's
to
going to drive, and now the foul on the floor.
They were running clock on that possession, Troy, not looking to score the basketball, but good effective work getting it around, getting the ball moved around the court, led to that foul. Ringo will be at the line.
Bulldogs and Tigers are both in the bonus. 3:28 left to go, fourth quarter. 53-39, the Bulldogs lead it. And Ringo to the line. He'll be shooting the 1-1. That is the fourth foul on Chowden. He has 4 fouls and 7 points.
Ringo, his first free throw of the night.
Free throw is up. It rattles out. Misses the first half of the 1-1, and here comes Townsend and the Fishers Tigers. Keegan Kohlmeyer is in the game now as well. Shot on the way by Chowden. Misses badly, and ahead, breaking away, is Ringo for the wide open layup. And the lead goes to 55-39. It's 16-point lead now for the Bulldogs.
9 points for Ringo here tonight.
Kohlmeyer with the ball, gives it back off to Townsend. Townsend looking for Chowden on the baseline, and he threw it away.
3 turnovers for Fishers here in this fourth quarter. You can bet Coach Leonard not happy about that. Now just under 3 minutes left. Brownsburg should be safe here if they can run the clock off some on this possession and still score.
Kirill Schulman checking in, as is Andre Small.
Kyle Hathaway for Brownsburg got up and will not check in.
Chowden comes out of the game, as does Luke Wenner for the Tigers. So it's Lucas, Ringo, Walton, Mavunga, and Thompson. And I believe that was our starting 5 as well. Unless Tyler Houston, I don't know if Houston came off the bench or not.
Yeah.
Driving hard to the basket is Ringo. He's fouled. And he'll be shooting 2. Shot did not go. 2:36 left to go, fourth quarter. 55-39. The Bulldogs lead the Fishers Tigers. Hoosier Crossroads Conference basketball live from the Varsity Field House, Brownsburg High School, Brownsburg, Indiana. Fishers Tigers in tonight. As Ringo's first free throw misses.
0 out of 2 from the line. Like to get a free throw here. Well, we got a ways to go here, Troy. I don't know who my MVP for Brownsburg is of this game so far, either Darian Ringo or Jordash Mavunga. KJ Walton has scored the ball just fine, but has not had to take on the big load he tried to take in those first 2 games. So good effort here by Brownsburg. Impressive.
Second free throw misses. 2:30 left to go, fourth quarter. 55-39, Brownsburg.
Keep playing
Andre
tough
Small with the ball.
Good steal.
And now a steal, and they're going to do it again. KJ Walton ahead to Ringo, and he lays it up and in. 57-39, 2:15 left to go in the game. Comfortable lead for the Bulldogs. They will look to go to 2-1 on the season. Fishers will drop to 0-3. Dolison with the ball from the free throw line. Nice shot, missed it. And the rebound by number 21, Kyle Hathaway. Gets the ball off to Thompson, who gets it off to Walton. Walton walks it across midcourt.
Good to see Kyle Hathaway get some time here, and he came up with a good rebound.
Walton looking, gets the ball back over to Hathaway. Hathaway's going to dribble top of the key. Oh, and he tried to get it to Ringo. Ringo with a quick cut there. Can't get back to the basket. That turnover will allow some mass substitutions. Andrew Hubley will check in. Sam Comer will check in. Well, we'll just run down the 5 you'll have on the floor.
Michael Folks and Tyler Kurtz. Kurtz played in the JV game. Good to see him get some time here.
So you'll have Folks, Kurtz, Hathaway, Hubley, and Comer on the court. Top of the key is Andre Small for the Tigers. And the Tigers throwing it around the arc. Small with the top of the key. Comes back near side to Schulman. Schulman back to Small. 3 on the way, and he hit it. Keegan Kohlmeyer with the three-pointer for the Tigers. 57-42, a 15-point lead for Brownsburg. Another 3 on the way.
Whoa!
That's Andre Hubley with his first points
Boy,
of the season.
Knocked down the 3. Good to see the man get that three-pointer off the bench there.
And the lead swells back to 18. We're almost under a minute. Another three on the way by the Tigers, missing. And underneath, the rebound goes to Tyler Kurtz, and he is fouled. Bulldogs are in the bonus. He'll be shooting 1-1.
Boy, impressive effort by Brownsburg here tonight. The good defense, again, set the tone. Used combinations of zone and man-to-man. But Darian Ringo and Mavunga have teamed up to provide a very effective 1-2 punch here. Ringo, a tremendous game at point guard.
Just under a minute as the first free throw by Kurtz rattles out. 57.9 left, 60-42.
We saw Tyler Kurtz do some things on the football field this year at that defensive back position, Troy.
Second free throw misses. It's an 18-point lead, under a minute for the Bulldogs.
Coach Brett
Here
Comer is here at the game.
Top of the key is Small. Small kicks it over to Kohlmeyer. He puts a three up, misses. The rebound goes to Michael Folks. Folks over to Hathaway. Hathaway top of the key. Back to Folks, and Hathaway is fouled, and he'll be shooting two.
Let's see him score here. Get some points from the line. We do want to thank all our sponsors. Brownsburg Varsity Basketball on Audio Sports Online. Brought to you by McDonald's, Hendricks County Estate Buyers, Ivy Tech, Nelson Jewelers, Panuni's, Pete Fay, your State Farm Agent, Westside Plumbing, and Wiley Palooza.
36.9 left to go. 60-42, an 18-point lead for Brownsburg. And the first free throw misses. One aspect of the game tonight that has not been well is the free throw shooting for the Bulldogs or the Tigers, as Chris said. Second shot is up, and he missed it as well. Rebound goes to number 42, Emil Belmontes. And now another three on the way, and it rattles in. That ball almost went down. The shot by Keegan Kohlmeyer. And bringing the ball across midcourt, and with a double dribble is Tyler Kurtz. So a turnover. The ball goes back to Fishers.
4 turnovers here for Brownsburg in the fourth quarter, but they've had a good lead here. Not really been a problem, the turnover factor.
23 seconds and the clock running. Oh, yeah, okay. I thought there might have been a foul on the play. There was not, just a turnover. So the inbounds pass goes to Krill Schulmeyer, and they go right back over
he likes to shoot.
To Keegan Kohlmeyer, who launches about his fifth three of the fourth quarter, and he hits it. 15-point lead, under 5, 3, 2, and there you have it.
Good job, Brownsburg.
The Bulldogs will move to 2-1 on the season and 1-0 in the conference. Fishers drops to 0-3 and 0-1 in the conference. So a nice, impressive effort opening conference play tonight by the Brownsburg Bulldogs, Chris. They win tonight by 15 against a pretty athletic Fishers team. And just a good win. And it was good to see you get that win last week against Southport. The Bulldogs go to 2-1.
Really was, and I think Coach Lynch will be happy with this win. Effective on both offense and defense. Big win for Brownsburg. They will next be in action next Friday night, their first road game of the year at Zionsville.
Well, thanks again for joining us, everybody. We appreciate you joining us, whatever medium you've chosen to use. Thanks for joining us, and on audiosportsonline.com. Like Chris said, we thank all of our sponsors. Thank all of you for listening. We thank the Pet Band for being present tonight, and a nice turnout tonight.
Rob Kendall on camera tonight.
For the game. And once again, the final score tonight from Varsity Fieldhouse in Brownsburg, the Bulldogs 60 and the Fishers Tigers 45. Good night, everybody.